Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be doing an updated Invoked shaddoll deck profile. I know my more recent video is basically the same thing. I haven't been really able to pick up any new decks and haven't been able to get profiles from anybody at my locals as of late. But yeah, this is my finalized build. I've been running it at locals recently and it's been doing relatively well. So yeah, let's go and get right into the deck profile. Of course, you still want to run 3 Alistair, just the best card, or the best normal summon for the deck. Gets you your Invocation, gets your fusion plays for your Invoked engine going, of course, and it just boosts your monsters' attack by 1,000, your fusion monsters, so really nice. 3 shaddoll Schemata, just really good. I think the shaddoll engine is really underrated. It really keeps you in that grind game, especially against the Invoked Dogmatica type decks. Of course, shaddoll Schemata, when it's sent by card effect, you get to send another shaddoll card, and if it's flipped, you can target one monster on the field and destroy it, which actually came up a couple times while I've been playing it. And then, of course, the 3 Reshaddoll Windy. Just really strong. Sent by card effect, you get to special summon a shaddoll face down from the deck. If it's flipped, you can either special summon it face up or face down. So really nice. And then for the hand traps, I decided to go with the Cypher Gamma and the Driver. I was originally running the 2 Effect Veiler and 2 Ghost Ogre. I did end up putting those into the side. I just feel like Gamma is a really nice hand trap this format. 2 shaddoll Hedgehog. This is a really amazing shaddoll as well. Late game, if you have to rely on setting it and getting that spell card when it's flipped, you can come up really clutch. I think in one of my games I was going up against Sky Striker, which he was running the build that runs Mystic Mine, and I was able to get a shaddoll fusion off of that, and that kind of basically got me that that game. But yeah, and also if it's sent by card effects, you get to add any shaddoll monster from your deck to your hand, which is really cool. Can extend plays, can help with fusion summoning even more. And then 2 shaddoll Beast, just for draw power. If it's sent by card effect, you draw 1 card. If it's flipped, you draw 2, discard 1. It's pretty nice. For the 1-ofs, of course, the 1 aerial for the combo. 1 damage juggler. I was originally running him at 2, but I ended up cutting him and Hat Tricker to make room for back row removal. The 2 games I did lose, or 2 matches I lost, were because of Mystic Mine. It was really the deciding factor for that game that I lost. So I just really needed to main deck the out to it. So I ended up taking the Hat Tricker and the Damage Juggler to 1 to put into Twin Twisters. Then the 1 Trick Clown, just extender, make him float. You just pay 1,000 life points, special summon it from the graveyard in defense position. It's also a light, so it's really nice. That'll do it for the monsters. After the spells, of course, the Meltdown. Really nice because your opponent can't respond to fusion summons. And it searches the Alistair. Then the 3 Invocation. Probably the second best fusion card in the deck, and I'll get to what I think is my favorite, or the best in my opinion. But this can be used as a regular poly, and that's not a once per turn if you're using it that way from fusion summoning from the hand. But if you use the effect to banish from the field and either player's graveyard, that is a hard once per turn. Then shaddoll fusion, really nice going second because you're usually going to run into somebody that has an extra deck monster out, so pretty nice. 3 shaddoll fusion, just really good to push for game. I was actually able to get a OTK off just using this, going into Construct again to push for that extra damage. And then the best fusion spell, in my opinion, is the Super Poly. It came up super clutch in a lot of games. I was able to use it a lot in the mirror matches, and it just kind of gave me the edge because not a lot of people are main decking it in the different builds from what I saw. And then the back row removal, like I was saying, to Twin Twister. I think you just need the answer to Mystic Mine. As long as that's a card, you kind of need to. And then for the 1-ofs, Terraforming and the Foolish Burial. And that'll do it for the spells. And just 2 traps, the 1 Schism and the 1 Incarnation. Off to the extra really quick. Of course, 2 Winda. This locks down both players to 1 special summon per turn, and it can't be destroyed by card effect. So that can really lock down a lot of decks. It can really stop a lot of combo decks dead in their tracks, especially if they don't have any outs to it. 1 Purgatrio. Pretty cool because if your opponent has a lot of advantage on you and you're able to get him out, he just get really big and attack all of the monsters your opponent controls once each, so really nice. 2 Construct. There's been times where I've wanted to see a 3rd one. I just don't have the room. The extra deck is incredibly tight. But if you're trying to build this deck, you can consider pumping it to 3. It's just that good. 2 Makaba. Another really good one. His effect is not a hard once per turn, so if you have multiple Makabas on the board, you can get 2 negates. It's really nice. 1 card you can consider taking out is the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon for the 3rd construct or anything else you might want to add. It only came up once, and I guess it was alright, but I didn't go into it as often as I thought I would. 1 Abyss Dweller. Still need a lockdown graveyard decks, especially with PK Fire going to be getting some play later on. For the links, of course, the 1 Samirage, or Summon Great Amirage, the 1 Secure Gardener, Cross Sheep, Alistair, the Invoker of Madness. I decided to go with Boral Load and Boral Sword. I think there are 2 answers to the Dragoon's play. If you can force them to the gate, Boral Sword can grab him and take control of him, and then the Boral Sword can just beat over him. So yeah, that is my take on the Invoked shaddolls. That's kind of the build I'm going to be sticking with until I switch decks. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. If you are playing this deck, go ahead and let me know what techs you're playing, how it's running for you. But yeah, I think Shaddoll Invoked is a really underrated deck and really nice. Maybe not too underrated. It's probably a tier 1.5, but it's ignored compared to all the other builds such as Dogmatica and Outlich. I know Outlich Invoked is really strong. No one at my locals has that deck, but I've seen a lot of Dogmatica, and I felt like I had the better grind game. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later.